3,
Two,
2, 1.
We are live.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 72. We have a special guest on here, maybe two. Returning guest, Mr. Kam Hendricks. How are you?
I'm doing all right, man. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good. So got you on here today. We are in the studio, so, you know. But yeah, I'll let you kind of start off conversation because I know you have some stuff to talk about, so I'm going to let you. Alex is going to be not talking too much, too, just a heads up, so. But go ahead.
All right, well, one thing. So I thought about this. I found, like, a T-shirt that had UFC 100 on it.
Oh, sick.
And it was making me think, because that was the first UFC event I ever watched. Because my cousin Brandon, he used to be a big fan of WWE. And he wanted to see how Brock would do in the UFC, so we watched UFC 100. The one where Dan Henderson just killed Michael Bisping.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite fighters of all time now. But I was wondering, what was your first UFC experience? Was it like, I mean, I know when I was younger, I watched highlights of Chuck Liddell because that was my dad's favorite fighter, so that was really my first experience with the UFC. But what was your first experience with the UFC, and what was your first actual event that you watched live?
My first event, I actually have it. I have it on my TikTok. But let me find the actual card. It was a fight night. So let me see here.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, because my uncle started watching it, and then I kind of started watching it with him when I was like 8 or something. So let me look.
Yeah, I was like 7. Well, I can't remember how old. I don't know when UFC 100 was.
Yeah, no, it was like I was after UFC 100. It was before Conor and Khabib though.
I started on Brock. I didn't watch his Frank Mir fight.
Yeah.
The Frank was the most underrated UFC fighters ever. He was really good, but I watched Mark Hunt and Brock live, and that was what got me, I was like, wow, this is cool. But really, the Dan Henderson knockout is what got me in the UFC. I saw Dan Henderson knock Michael Bisping out, and I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
He glided through the air and hit him with that, overhand, made it his logo.
Yeah. I'm trying to find it, dude. Freaking A, man. I have it on my TikTok. Hold up. Let me find it on my TikTok. It might stop the recording, so give me a second. But, we're back on air now. Sorry, you guys. I had to look it up on TikTok. But it was Stevens versus Choi. Was my first, fight night I watched.
Who is Choi? What's his full name?
I have no clue, bro. I just remember that was my first one. I had to ask my uncle about it, but... yeah, that was the first one.
Jeremy Stevens was criminally underrated. There's a lot of guys. Chad Mendez was very underrated.
Yeah. Chad Mendez, he fought those top guys.
A lot of the guys in the Conor era was just overshadowed because it was like everyone felt that aura that Conor had, where everyone was just talking about McGregor's. Where if you weren't McGregor and if you didn't fight McGregor, just no one cared. At least the casual. That's why Nate Diaz got so bad. If it wasn't for, I've known who Nate Diaz was for years. If it wasn't for Conor, Nate wouldn't be known,
Yeah, I agree.
Although I wish Nick was more well known because Nick was a lot better than Nate, if we're being honest.
Yeah, I mean, he fought Strike Force, right?
Yeah, he was a dog in Strike Force. Dude.
I've watched some of those old fights of Nick fighting, yeah.
See, what I loved about Nick, too, he never threw with full power. He wasn't trying to knock you out. He was just slowly, and he did, what is it called when you do, so many miles of running and then swimming? Triathlons?
Oh, yeah.
His cardio was insane. He would just nonstop hitting you. The entire fight, you're getting hit. And it was just relentless,
And then not to
he was over
mention
here and tried off, Goga Platas. He was just different, dude.
And his grappling, too, bro. His grappling was good.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he'd pull off submissions that back then people had never even heard of.
Mm-hmm. The Gogo Plata is it's one of my favorite submissions. It's very good. It's hard to hit, but the Gogo
I've never pulled it off.
For those people who don't know what it is where you put your shin bone, and you figure four your legs, which triangle your legs right in front of someone's neck. You pull it down, and your shin bone is just completely choking them. If you get it dead on, it'll put them out. To sleep.
Insane pressure. What do you think is the best choke for someone going unconscious?
Bro, I've been, what do you mean, for street fighting, or, what's the quickest, or?
Yeah, the quickest, or, if for me, I always go arm triangle, because I don't know if it's the quickest, but arm triangle, it's all blood pressure, right? If you're in a rear naked, in a tight rear naked, you feel like you're being choked out, right?
Yeah.
or if you're in a guillotine, you feel like you can't breathe. Whereas with an arm triangle, it's just straight up pressure. So with an arm triangle, you can be like, the reason so many people tap with rear naked is because they feel themselves being choked and they know they're going to go unconscious. Whereas with an arm triangle, you can just be in it and just go out.
That's a good point. Yeah, I almost got to put to sleep at an arm triangle at my fight the other day, so I can attest for that. But
dude, it's my favorite submission because, well, maybe not my favorite. My favorite's probably guillotine because of how situational it is.
Yeah, me too. I love guillotine.
In terms of just like my best, it's probably arm triangle.
Yeah, I like Darces a lot. Darces can put people out.
I do like Darces. Yeah, I like them better than anacondas.
So does my coach. I'm a big anaconda guy though. I love the gator rolling and stuff. I think it looks really sick.
Yeah.
But you could a transition from anaconda and Darce. Very neat transition though. So.
Do you know what the executioner choke is?
I've heard of it.
Kids used to call it the dragon sleeper. Maybe that'll ring a bell. It's where someone's in a rear naked position.
Yeah.
But you choke them like it's a guillotine. Like you wrap your arm around backwards around their head, and you have the most it's the choke with the most leverage, and you just put all this force, and like people have like broke their necks and their spines, but no, I've never seen anyone pull off, and it was insane to me.
Yeah, that's I do think I remember what you're talking about now.
It's brutal, dude.
It's one of those submissions, kind of like a twister, go plata. Like some of those aren't that like known, but they're very good chokes in.
You remember when Bryce Mitchell got that twister? That was I could not do that.
That was Bryce Mitchell, very underrated. I really like that guy.
What was it? Do you know what the submission was called that Zabit Magomed Sharipiov and Aljo got in the same card? It's like with the leg. It's like an interesting knee bar. It only happened twice in UFC history, and it happened on like the same card.
I think I know the knee bar. Yeah, like I knew it. This dude named Paul, and I told you about this. I've been training with my buddy Jackson, and this guy, his coach Paul Hawk or something like that. He taught us that certain knee bar where it's like a spinning.
It's like something stretch. It's like a.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Imanari roll?
No, not an Imanari. I do know how to do that, but
Sulap stretch. That's what it's called.
Oh, really? I was thinking banana split.
Maybe that's probably a nickname. It's like the dragon sleeper. It's technically the executioner, but they call it dragon sleeper.
Okay.
Because I remember I was talking to my cousin the other day, Coda, and Coda's really naturally good at fighting. Like a lot of the people in the wards, my mom's side of the family, was really scrappy, and he always talked about the dragon sleeper. And I was like, he would always say, like, dude, it's so much leverage. And I never knew what he was talking about. And then he showed it to me one day, and I'm like, dude, that's an executioner choke. And he's like, that sounds so much cooler. I'm going to start calling it that.
Yeah. That's sick, yeah.
You know, especially you don't really see too much as a bulldog.
A bulldog choke, yeah.
Yeah.
Ben Askren tried to pull it off, and they thought Eddie Alvarez went to sleep, and he didn't.
Robbie Lawler.
Oh, Robbie Lawler, dude. My fault.
Other bald guy.
But it was Robbie Lawler. That was my fault.
Yeah, and I know that he wasn't out, bro. That was his fault. People blaming that on Herb Dean. His arm went limp.
Yeah, I know.
Herb Dean picked his arm up. It fell back down to the mat. How can you? And that was one of those fights where no one won, right? Because now it's like Ben Askren. He could have just choked one of the, a top fighter unconscious, and then everyone would have seen this like, hey, former champion. But instead, now it's like, hey, maybe Robbie could have beat him. Fight could have been stopped. So no one was seen as a winner. It was one of those really sad situations, especially for Askren's debut.
Yeah, 100%.
So we talked about, I wasn't even planning on talking about this, but I talked about a couple underrated fighters. What do you think is, like, the most underrated, like, top 5 most underrated fighters of all time?
Of all time. That's hard. Can I do currently?
You can do both. I'd like to hear all time as well.
Okay, I don't know about all time. But for currently, Brian Battle, he's kind of underrated.
Oh, dude, I love Brian. Although he is from North Carolina, so I'm a little biased.
Yeah. I think Bryce Mitchell's very underrated.
Yeah, but all the hardcore is kind of.
Yeah, I think Alex Pereira's grappling is underrated.
We haven't. We haven't really seen it, though.
I know, but I've seen training videos with him, like, rolling with Dylan Dennis. And, Yeah, true.
I mean, sometimes that doesn't translate. I know he's been training with Glover for a while, but I don't know. I don't think you're going to say it's underrated if we haven't seen it in a fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I think. Let me think. Who else is there, dude? Okay, I think Bilal Muhammad. I know I'm going to get hate for that, but I think he's a little underrated. I think he is a really skilled guy.
He's underrated. People don't like him because he is so boring.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you can't put. When you have one finish, like, dude, he's just a boring fighter. You can't.
Yeah. I think who else is underrated? I think Drakus is a little bit underrated for sure. Drakus Duplessis. Just because of his unorthodox
I think his
style.
trash talk is underrated.
Yeah, he makes people rage quit and cry. So.
Well, it's just he's kind of a dick, but,
Yeah.
which is fair.
Yep.
I don't really like Dylan Dennis.
Yeah.
Obviously, Habib didn't either.
Yeah.
That was wild.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of guys throughout history that's been really underrated. For me, I always go to Johnny Hendricks, which people always say I'm biased. I'm not biased because we have the same name, okay? I don't get where people come up with that. Yeah, we have the same last name. Who cares? It's not biased. Okay, his last name's Hendricks, my last name's Hendricks. Who cares?
I mean, he kind of doesn't compare right now, dog.
Look, okay, fuck you. No, Johnny Hendricks, the reason that I think he's so underrated is because, yeah, he was probably on steroids. He never failed the drug test, but that's because you saw his body transformation, right?
Ooh,
Where
I thought
the second that USADA came in, he went from big rig to not so big rig, you know?
Okay, I thought of some more. Jim Miller.
I'm just saying, though, Johnny Hendricks, first off, have you watched his fight with GSP, right?
I think so, yeah.
He beat GSP.
Oh, damn, yeah.
110%. I don't care what anyone says. Anybody watch that fight, any sane person watches that, even Dana White said it. Dana White said that he owed it to the company, owed it to Johnny Hendricks. Johnny Hendricks should have been champion then, not when he fought Robbie.
Yeah.
He arguably won the second Robbie fight, should have had a title defense.
So,
He was a NCAA two-time champion, and insanely powerful left hook. I mean, just left hand in general. He overpowered GSP. He was so just good, and he doesn't get credit at all.
okay. What about, I think also, Jim Miller, okay?
Yeah, I mean, but he's a journeyman, though. I mean, he's good.
Kind of like,
He doesn't get tired.
also, so Jim Miller, right? I have Jim Miller on there. Like, he's fought all those big guys, right? Like, kind of like, freaking Charles Oliveira is one of the biggest names he's fought. Bobby Green.
Yeah, but that was back when Oliveira was seen as a journeyman. And
Yep.
Oliveira wasn't consistent.
Yeah.
He was going 3-2, 3-3.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But, Anthony Smith, too. I think he's a little underrated.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. And then, who else besides that? DC, for sure. I don't think
Really?
I don't think people give DC enough credit after getting knocked out with John Jones, including myself. I don't think I give him enough credit.
He's widely seen as probably one of the top 10 greatest fighters of all time.
You would be surprised.
Huh?
You'd be surprised. Like, a lot of people don't think DC's that good. Like,
He's one of the greatest ever, man.
I know, but some
He's
people
probably
do.
the best wrestler. I mean, maybe outside of Habib to step into the octagon.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like maybe it's just my side. I don't really hear many people hating on DC. Also, one thing that is underrated about him is his trash talk. I know we were talking about that. His trash talk was really good because he kind of had that WWE style. He was quick-witted. Like, people don't give him enough credit for that. Like, one of my favorites was when John Jones was like, "You look like a crackhead with a suit on." He's like, "I might look like a crackhead, but I've never been a crackhead like
Oh,
you."
yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
It was so funny. And he had a lot of those quick-witted responses, but he never really got credit for that. But he was a big fan of WWE. He was a big WWE guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he refed for them. He talked about he was going to become a commentator before he got the commentator job in UFC, which would have been crazy. Imagine DC as a commentator for WWE.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. All right, what else you got for me? What else, conversation-wise?
So, I mean, there's a lot of, MMA things. what do you? I know we talked about this before when I asked you what were the guys that had like just straight up like aura that like the fans were in awe of, and we both said O'Malley. But what do you think that that's something that just can't be taught? You know, it's something you have or you don't. And do you think there's any guys that like you think might have it or might get to that superstar level? I mean, I know that you can't compare everyone to McGregor because no one's going to be McGregor.
Michael Chandler. Yeah, I don't know. The energy he brings, I like.
Huh?
The energy he brings, I just like it. So.
Oh, he's so entertaining.
Yeah.
Well, he fights too entertaining. He can win like almost all of those fights. If he's dumb as a box of rocks, he'd probably be really good. You know?
Yeah.
Have you seen his fights with Eddie?
Michael Chandler?
Yeah.
Oh, was that before he came to the UFC, right? Bellator?
My God, dude. Bellator, yeah. They had 2 wars, dude. If you haven't seen those, anyone listening to this, if you haven't seen Eddie Alvarez versus Michael Chandler, you gotta watch that fight.
Heck, I might have not seen it. I'm sure I've seen it, but I don't remember it.
Yeah. If you would have seen it, you would remember it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Watch that.
But, man, if you talk about people that consistently had the best performances, Robbie's definitely up there.
Yeah.
We were talking about underrated guys. I can't believe I didn't think about this. Carlos Condit, dude.
Okay. Valid.
Yeah, Carlos was insane. He was like, I never hear anyone talk about Carlos Condit, like, ever.
Yeah. I don't talk about him, so you know, but,
I mean, he was another one of those guys. What's like your top 5? What's your Mount Rushmore in terms of like the best, and then your Mount Rushmore just in your favorite? Like top 4 favorite, top 4 best.
All right, best top 4. Okay, Conor McGregor. Okay.
Wait, and like for your favorite or?
I don't know, bro, because.
Well, no, because I said top 4 favorite and then top 4 greatest. Which one was that for?
So do you want me to go greatest or favorites first?
Either or. I just didn't know which one you.
I'll go greatest of all time so far that I've seen. All right.
Okay. Greatest, not Rushmore.
So I love Khabib. Okay, but I think Islam.
It's Habib. But
Islam. Yeah, Habib. My bad.
Islam.
But Islam, I think, has better striking. So I'm gonna go with Islam for number 1 of the greatest, and I know you're gonna be happy with me with that choice.
I fucking love that choice.
Number 2.
I stand by it though.
Yeah. Number 2, it's fucking John Jones.
Yeah.
It's John Jones. And I think that's a respectable thing.
He's the greatest of all time. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the amount of, perhaps Max Holloway. Perhaps.
Really? In top 4?
Okay, maybe not top 4. Okay, so I
love that, but
yeah. Maybe I want to say like GSP's in the conversation.
Conversation?
Yeah, GSP.
What do you mean he's in the conversation? He's up. He's in the Mount Rushmore for me.
You think he's the? Yeah. Okay. But I just know.
I mean, I'm not deflating your list. You can say whatever you want. I just.
Yeah. No, I know, but like I think, yeah, for sure GSP. So probably number 3 GSP.
Okay.
Number 4, I think it's Conor McGregor. Conor knocked out Jose Aldo. People forget how many title defenses Jose Aldo had, and Conor.
He got undefeated for 10 years.
Yep, exactly. So I think that's why I think I'm glazing Conor a little bit. But those are my top 4. So Conor McGregor, GSP.
Conor, he's probably top 4 for how much he influenced it, right? He's like when you talk about rap, for example. I don't know if you listen to much rap, but my brother Logan, he's a big rap fan. And we always talk about Lil Wayne because I hate Lil Wayne's voice and I don't like his rap. But I always acknowledge how good his lyrics are and how much he's influenced the game. Or like Tupac. He's influenced the game so much. And I think influence is a big thing. So even though I don't think Conor's top 4 in terms of like just the best, but I think he might be up there just for how much he influenced the sport, how much he grew as like.
I think I'm a little biased. I think I'm a little biased because I really like McGregor's trash talk and stuff. So I'm gonna take McGregor out of there and replace it with, I don't know. I kind of want to put, I think Charles Oliveira. Okay, and you're not changing my mind on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oliveira, really good.
Yeah, so. And he's been fighting for a long time. So.
That's true.
For favorite
What I love
fighters.
about him is, like, his redemption. Or, you know, how he went from the journeyman to one of the greats.
Yeah. So I think for my favorites, though, Sean Strickland. Number
Valid.
one. I think.
Wait, let me guess.
Okay, guess.
Okay, I would have said Sean Strickland because I've heard you say that a lot.
Yeah.
So I'll count that as one. McGregor's on there, right?
I don't know for sure.
You don't know? Okay, I'll guess what yours is. I would say Sean Strickland, McGregor.
Okay.
I don't think Oliveira would be in your top 4 favorite. Maybe you talk about him a lot. John Jones, but I can't. Half the time we're talking about John Jones, I can't tell if you're just joking. I don't know if he's one of your favorites or if he's just a name to you, which is why that's a tough choice. Is O'Malley on there?
No. He's probably in the top 10, though. He's in the top 10.
Sorry, I had an alarm.
You're good. He's in the top 10.
All right, so what is your top 4 favorite?
Okay. Sean Strickland. I'm going to say Charles Oliveira.
Okay.
I'm going to say John Jones.
Damn it, I gotta go with my gut, man.
And probably Max Holloway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But, like, dude, there's so many. I could make a list.
John is such a good fighter, but he's such a horrible fucking human. It's so hard to like him, you know?
Yeah. That's valid.
It's like, that's why I don't put him in my top 4 favorite just because, like, I'm like, man, I go to where it's like, yeah, he's one of the greatest ever. And in terms of, like, watching fight, he's top 4, but he's such a horrible fucking person. I don't like him, you know?
Yeah, that's valid. All right, who are your top 4s?
You want to guess? Well, I'll do my, like, the top 4 greatest, and then you can guess my favorites.
Okay.
Top 4 greatest, number 1, John Jones. He's the greatest of all time. Let's be honest.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude, I told you that before. I think he's the greatest of all time. I don't think he's passed down number 1 right now. Yeah, of course he's the greatest of all time. No one's really that close. GSP is on there.
Valid.
This is controversial. Anderson Silva's not on my list. Anderson Silva was really good, but like one of the things is you look at all these other people, they had that standout win, you know? Jones, he had Cormier. That's a standout win. It's like, wow. When you look at it, you're like, wow, he beat Daniel Cormier? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you look at the record, you're like, wow, he beat that guy? He must have been really good. Connor had a lot of those, like you said, you were talking about the people he beat. He had a lot of standout wins, Jose Aldo. Whereas Anderson Silva, he didn't really have like a, oh my God, Anderson Silva beat this guy. It was more like he just beat everyone in that era, but he didn't have a standout win. So for that reason, he's not on my top 4. So I say GSP, I say Jones. Islam's on there because I think he's the greatest lightweight, and that's the most stacked division, you know, really in history.
Yeah.
And number 4, that's, man, it's difficult when you really sit and think about it, huh?
Yeah. Dude.
Okay, I'm really tempted to say Amanda Nunes because she's the greatest women's fighter of all time. I know she might not stack up.
I know. I wanted to say, like, Valentina Shevchenko, too, but for one of my favorites. But I know, like, she's not, like, top 4 favorite type shit, you know?
Yeah.
But who else you got?
Honestly, yeah. The 4th, it comes down between Demetrius Johnson and Amanda Nunes. And I love Amanda Nunes.
I should have put DJ on there.
I know that he was flyweight. 11 consecutive title defenses.
Yep, that is
exceptional everywhere. Literally, you know, people say, oh, he's a pioneer of this division. He's not a pioneer of the flyweight division. He's the pioneer.
Yep.
He's one of those technically sound. DJ has to be on the top 4 for me.
Okay, that's a very valid list. All right.
Oh, you want to guess? Do you want to guess my favorite?
Oh yeah. All right. All right. Is Connor on there?
Man, okay. I gotta think for a second. I'm sorry. I should have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Should have done that already.
Is Connor on there?
Man, that's so hard. Let me think of my top 4 in my head real quick. Okay, one second.
Okay, yeah.
Let me write it down so I remember. Okay. I know what these first two are. I know that you're gonna get one of them because it's a given with me. But
Yeah.
Yeah, McGregor's on there, dude. I'm sorry. I know it's so overused, but his striking was so fluid.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to guess for yours. Connor. Islam.
Okay.
Islam.
Yep.
Okay, I'm cooking up.
Connor and Islam, definitely.
Okay, I got to think in Cam's head here. Is it a heavyweight? Is it a heavyweight in there?
Is a heavyweight in there?
Yeah.
No.
No?
Oh, yes, there is. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm fucking retarded.
I'm trying to think of that one dude.
How can you forget, dude? Come on, I used to talk about him all the fucking time.
I know. I forgot who it is. Tell me the heavyweight.
Francis Ngannou.
Yep. I
fucking love Francis. Partly because of his story. Like, people don't realize how crazy his story is.
Dude, I was thinking of the white version of Francis, kind of like Brock Lesnar, but
yeah, people talk about the sand mines. He had to escape the Sahara Desert like 7 fucking times.
Yeah.
He went over this 30-foot fence, to escape from it, went into Morocco, got shipped back. He went through so fucking much. And he was homeless in Paris, got arrested for illegal immigration, walked into a gym and was like, I don't have the money to pay, but I promise you I'll become a UFC champion. And 5 years later he was. He's one of those guys. The reason that him and Connor are on my list is because they said they were going to do it, and they fucking did it. And I respect that, you know?
Yep.
Connor, he was the first Irish guy to make it into the UFC. I believe. Maybe Joe Duffy was in there before. I think he was the first Irish guy ever there. I know he's obviously the first Irish champion, the only one. But he told his dad, he said, I'm going to become an MMA champion. When there was a lot of boxers, but back then it was you did a trade, right? Dublin, Ireland, you do a trade. He worked as a plumber, and he went home once, and he was like, I'm not doing this. I'm going to become a UFC champion. He made his way, and he fucking did it, you know, and I respect that. So that's why him and Ngannou are on my list. Can you guess the last guy?
Is it a lightweight?
Middleweight.
Middleweight. Sean?
No.
What? That's stupid.
I love Sean Strickland, but he's...
Okay, Brian Battle?
I didn't mean to sound that offended at that guy. I love him. Huh?
Brian Battle?
No, not Brian Battle. He's a welterweight.
Oh, okay, yeah. Alright, give me who it is.
Bisping, dude.
Oh, you were talking about him the other night. Yep, okay. That
was I? I didn't even know that. I fucking love Michael Bisping. He's one of my favorite... I think I've already said that in this podcast when I was talking about Dan Henderson knocking his ass out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Dude,
yeah, that's a very valid list. So, Islam...
We were talking the other day because we were talking about who has the most heart, and for me, it's no one even comes close to Bisping. Won the championship with one eye. He beat 12 fighters that were on PED.
I said,
12 fighters.
I said Bisping...
Never lost a drug test in his life.
Well, you got to understand, Chael Sonnen was undefeated.
Okay, man. This guy, undefeated.
And you know his sad story, bro. He's walking in the park.
And they just took that gum wrapper, threw it right on the floor, right in front of him. He had to see these things at a young age. And, of course, someone did come up, and they picked it up, and they put it in the trash can. But there was a cop standing right there. They didn't do anything. And he had to witness this.
There were years...
In the mean streets of West Lynn, Oregon.
You got to think, too. There were some years his dad barely made $100,000.
Yeah, or hardly made $100,000, yeah.
And the
mace came. He had a mace, but it only came twice a week.
What do you think happened those 5 other days? You think them dishes washed themselves?
What do you think happened? He had to clean them, so he had to wash his own dishes.
So, guys, obviously, for people who don't know, the Chael Sonnen thing, who's listening to this, just go look up, the Chael Sonnen memes, and you'll understand.
My family makes, $30,000 a year.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those rich dickheads. It's just Chael Sonnen.
But, yeah, so just so you guys know, though.
The biggest charm is the greatest charm.
But, yeah. Okay, besides UFC, what else do you have on your mind today, Cam?
What on my mind?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm trying to think, man. Not much. It's been kind of a chill day for me.
Yeah.
What's been going on today for you?
I'm on my water fast right now.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot to mention that. I've been on doing intermediate fasting.
Yeah, that's good. How's it going with that?
16-8. So, It was a little struggling. Main thing was like cravings, like cravings, but really it's not that bad. It's just you eat for an 8-hour window and then you don't eat for 16. But I've just been incorporating working out during my eating window and my fasting window, to stay consistent. But it's done pretty well, and I think it'll work out. I think it'll be good.
I see, yeah. Yeah, the water fasting is an interesting thing. That's,
Yeah.
I was feeling like gross, dude. I felt like I need to eat it. I felt like so I was watching the scientific thing about it, and it was like...
Wait, first off, how many hours are you on now?
Let me think, dude. So, technically, let me think, hold up. Technically, I'm 18, but I technically started it at 12 a.m., but I really stopped eating around 10. So really, I'm about 20 hours in.
Nice.
Yeah. The other day I went 25 hours without eating because my fight, and I had to weigh in and stuff, so.
Right.
But yeah. But that fight was pretty fun. The dude was talking shit, so I threw him, so.
Yeah, I heard. That's pretty good. So I don't want to just talk about MMA the whole podcast, but you personally, how do you see yourself? I know you say that you think you'll become, get to the UFC, and I believe you will. What is your plan? Like, do you have a plan, or are you just like, fuck it?
I'm gonna stay with my gym. So there's been stuff going on with my coaches leaving and all that stuff. I was thinking about switching to Factory X. Right now though, mainly I'm doing jiu-jitsu with my home team. At the UFC gym, and then for striking, I'm going to Colorado kickboxing, up near my mom's. And when I'm going there, bro, I'm just sparring for so long. Like I'm going Sean Strickland style with my buddy Jackson. He was on the podcast. He's been in a Muay Thai fight before, and we just train together. We'll go to the park sometimes, and just spar for a couple hours. Like last time I was at my mom's, probably for about a week and a half for Christmas, I sparred and rolled probably over 100 rounds with him, so.
Damn.
Yeah. But it was fun, dude. It was really fun.
Hey, bro, in about 9 months, not 9 months, now it's close to 8, in September I'm going to be able to get my license and get a car and shit, and that's crazy.
Damn.
I know, you always hear old people say, oh man, you kids, you don't think about fucking time, how quickly it goes. I do all the time.
I was thinking about that. It hit me around Christmas time where I was dating this girl and then we broke up. Long story, but, and I just, like, it hit me. I was making some mac and cheese in the kitchen, right?
Okay.
And I was just like, damn, it's so crazy. I'm already 14. Shit, I just revealed my age on the podcast. Shucks. But, I was like, damn, I've actually 14 years, bro. I remember I was just used to be at, like, kindergarten,
for me, the big hit was September 22nd when Logan turned 18.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, dude, Logan's 18 years, like, Logan's a legal adult now. Yeah. I'm 15, getting my license next year. In 3 years, I'm going to be an adult. Like, that's weird to think.
Yeah. 100%, yeah. So,
and I thought about that since I was a kid. I've always thought about that.
Yep. 100%, yeah. But yeah, me and Alice were talking about Jesus in the episode before this and kind of like, stuff like that. Do you think, okay, so the first trumpet is described as 1/3 of grass, going up in flames and stuff and trees. What do you think about that?
I'm sorry, what? One more time?
Yeah, so, like the first trumpet, right? Technically, like, as said in the Bible, Revelations, I think it is.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Revelation.
Yeah.
Chapter of the Bible.
So it's like saying, like, trees and grass will go up in flames.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think that could be a sign Jesus is coming back due to these LA fires?
I mean, LA's been on fire for years. Here's the thing, honestly, this might seem like a boring answer. I don't know. And the reason is because people have been saying for about 1,000 years now, God's coming back soon. God's coming back soon.
Yep.
He might come back tomorrow. It might be 10,000 years. And the reason I say I don't know is because God himself says we're not going to know. He says he's going to come in like a thief in the night. Yeah. Nobody's going to know. It's just going to happen,
But I think...
I think it seems with some of the stuff that's been going on in the world, especially with Israel getting attacked,
yeah.
it does seem like we're closer to the end times. But again, people have been saying that for decades.
Then again, I agree with you because there's still a ton of things that have to happen in order for Jesus to come back and all that. But I just, I think it's, you know what I saw? You know Nikki Glaser, right?
I have not heard of him.
Never?
No.
She's a female comedian. Actress
Nope.
lady. Okay, so she basically 2 days before the LA fire started, she was talking about God and stuff, and she's like, oh, well, it's no surprise that Jesus doesn't get this in a godless town. And then 2 days later, LA gets on fire.
Yeah.
So, is it a coincidence? Possibly. Is it like the end of times? Possibly. Like, I agree with you, kind of like, I don't know, because, yeah. But,
I don't believe in coincidences.
You don't?
And a lot of people find me weird for that. I don't know. It just...
So, like, for example, if I say it's just a coincidence, then you won't believe that it's just a coincidence. You mean, like...
Yeah, I don't believe it.
So then, for that to be said, with the first trumpet saying that grass and trees will be burnt down, you don't think that's a coincidence. You think that is part of the first trumpet type thing.
When I say I don't believe in coincidences, I believe every single thing happens for a reason.
Okay.
Okay, everything. And, I mean, I don't want to spread too much, my personal stuff in here, but I had people very close to me that now might be serving up to 10 years in prison, which was facing a life sentence. I grew up with drug addicts in my family. I went through a lot. And I know a lot of people that have been through just as much or more or less that have done better than me, that have done worse than me. But I think every single thing that has happened in your life is a part of you.
Yeah.
Every single moment that you have lived, every single moment that I have lived, every single moment that Alex has lived, every decision that all three of us have made, it shaped us into who we are.
I'm a big believer in that. The butterfly effect is that if you make, like, the piece of toast theory, where it's like, if you burn a piece of toast on your way to work, and you have to remake that piece of toast, maybe you would have gotten in a car accident,
That's like, there's people, like, do you know who Seth MacFarlane is?
Yeah, I think so.
I think about that a lot.
Yeah.
The remake of...
Seth MacFarlane, he's the guy that, does Family Guy, American Dad.
Yeah,
you know Brian from Family Guy?
Yeah.
That's his actual voice.
Oh, gotcha.
Like, that's his real voice. He does Peter, he does Stu, he does, like, everyone. Anyway, he was supposed to be on the flight that crashed in Pennsylvania. I can't remember what happened. Either he just canceled it, or he was late. Something happened to where he didn't get on it. And if he would have, obviously, he would have died.
There's stories about...
Do you think that was a coincidence? Imagine if that was you. Imagine if you were supposed to get on a plane.
Yeah.
And then you put up late, and you're like, oh, dang, I missed my flight. And then you found out,
So...
you put on the news, you take a nap, you put on the news, and it's like a plane's passing the World Trade Center.
Exactly.
You're going to sit here and think, oh, that's a coincidence. No.
Exactly, yeah. So there's this guy, I heard a story of, I forgot who it was, but it was about 9/11, and the guy drank too much the day before, and he slept through his alarm, and he was supposed to be on the plane that crashed into the World Trade Center. So I agree with you that if I make a decision right now, it will alter my whole life. I'm a strong believer. Alex broke up with his girlfriend yesterday. That has a big influence on his whole life. So many things could have went wrong, so many things could have went right, And I think one decision alters your entire life.
It can, at least.
Yeah.
It has the ability to. And I mean, I'm not saying that, I'm just saying that everything that you went through, all the good, all the bad, what if Brandon would have never showed me UFC 100?
Yeah.
What if I actually end up becoming an MMA fighter? Or, what if I actually end up becoming a really good UFC fighter? Well, then I can just say, hey, what if I never saw UFC 100 and I was working a 9-to-5 right now? Or what if I decided to go into police work and I decided to go to college like I wanted to? There's so many different things that shape your life, and I don't believe it's coincidence. I mean, a lot of people, first off, you have to look at free will, right? We all have free will.
Yeah.
If I tell you to stand up right now, yeah, I told you to do it, but you still choose whether you want to stand up or stay sitting, right?
Dude, we were talking about free will. We were talking about free will last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And that's why so many people say, one thing about God that isn't brought up enough. Here's the thing. What I don't understand, and I've done it, we've all done it, right? Is when at one point in your life, everything's going good, and you're like, man, God is good, right?
Yeah.
And then something goes bad, and you're like, why would God allow this?
Yeah.
Right? At some point you question God, and then other points you're grateful to God, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. No matter what happens to you, maybe something that you did, it was your fault, it was someone else's fault, it was another human's fault, it was circumstantial. But here's the thing. God never changes.
Yeah.
He is always the same.
100%.
And you know, and one thing, when I say, what do you think is the most important thing in Christianity? The most important thing about being a Christian?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I'm going to say believing. I think faith. Faith.
Faith? That's a good answer. What about you, Alex? What do you think?
I agree with Clive on that one, faith. I was literally about to say that.
Right?
Kind of.
For me, I think faith is definitely a big thing because, you know, it's like even if things aren't working, I still have the faith that God's working, you know, the hope. For me, it's making God your foundation.
Okay.
Right?
That's a good
Making
one.
him the center point of your life. Because you can have faith and still not have a good relationship with God.
I see, yes.
That's a fact. I know a lot of people that believe in God and maybe even have faith in God. That He's going to help me through this. But they don't have a relationship with him. They don't read their Bible. They don't pray consistently. Maybe they're Sunday Christians, right? They go to church and then they don't really apply anything to their lives. I think the most important thing as a Christian is making God your rock. Making God the foundation of your life.
I see.
Because, I mean, I don't know. It's just, there's a lot of things that go into it, and of course everyone has their personal journey, and that plays a lot into it. But there's a verse, I gotta think of it, Matthew 7. It's somewhere in Matthew 7. But it's therefore everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise
Oh, I know
man
that
who
one,
built
yeah.
his house on the rocks. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against the house. Yet it did not fall, because it had its foundation on the rock. Now, look, I don't know. You live in Inglewood. I just doxed you. My bad.
No, that's okay. It's okay. We've doxed ourselves before. They know where we
Okay.
film.
I live in the mountains, right?
Yeah.
I live in North Carolina. I live in western North Carolina, the mountains.
Yeah.
So here, if you don't have a solid foundation, and another thing is there's a lot of flooding here, right?
Yeah.
In fact, during this year, I missed almost like 3 weeks of school because we had the biggest flood that North Carolina's had ever in like 130 years.
Yeah.
I think I talked to you at one point, and I think it was actually one episode of the podcast, and how's your day doing? And I was like, I mean, not the best. I'm kind of stuck in Etowah, and like there's a flood going on. There's no power. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you don't have a solid foundation and a flood's coming and you're on a mountain, your house is going to fall.
So-
and there's a place where I go to SCA camp in Black Mountain, and Black Mountain was wiped out. There's a lot of places here in North Carolina that
Wait,
completely
so
wiped
just
out.
so I'm on the same page
There's
with you,
tore down.
just so I'm on the same page with you, I think the gist you're trying to get to with the story is that, say God is the firm foundation, you know, and all the problems is the flood, you know, and if you have that firm foundation and you're the house, God is the foundation, then it's going to be way better than without that good foundation.
You're not falling down. You're not.
Yeah.
The house is going to exactly. There's another one which is Psalms 18:2. That says, "The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. My God is my rock, in whom I take refuge. My shield and the horn of my salvation is my stronghold." Right?
Yeah.
God being the rock and foundation, it means it's the center point of your life, right? And obviously, a big part of that too is working towards a relationship with Him. You can believe and you can have faith, which is very important, right? That was a good answer from both of you. But if you don't work towards a relationship with Him, then what does that bring you? You know?
Yeah. So I was talking to the people about last episode about like even if you strongly believe in God, like, you know, you confess with your mouth. I think it's Romans, right? Something Romans 10:3. I don't know for sure. I forgot the exact one, but it's like if you confess with your mouth that Christ is Lord, then you will be saved.
Yes, it's 10:9.
10:9. There we go.
One second. If you confess with your mouth Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For it's with your heart that you believe and are justified, and it's with your mouth that you confess and are saved. Something like that. I think I got it.
Yeah, you got it. So yeah, that's one verse, and I was telling people, obviously it's good to read your Bible, go to church, but even if you don't, and you confess with your mouth, you will be saved. That's what the Bible says. So I think that's just something I wanted to point out, but
Yeah, but still, there's a lot of people that say, yeah, God is, God is... There's a lot of people that talk and don't live up to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They say, oh, I'm a Christian, I believe in God, and then they don't do anything to work towards it.
What would you say working towards it is?
It's like, imagine when I was talking about the house, right? That's the analogy I used.
Yeah.
Someone has to build that foundation, right?
So what would you say working towards it is? Is that going to church? Is that reading your Bible? All of them,
Yeah, it's everything. I mean,
Okay.
Because it's like the builders that build the house, right?
Yeah.
You building your foundation is growing in your relationship with God.
Yeah. I always need to be better about reading my Bible. What I always do is I read the daily verse, though, and I kind of reflect on it.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of pastors and just Christians in general say that life doesn't get easier as a Christian. In some cases, it gets harder, right?
Yeah.
There's been times in my life where I wasn't strong on God, and maybe life, if you just looked at my life, maybe it looked better. Here's the thing, life doesn't get easier always as a Christian, but it does get better, right?
Yeah.
You have that foundation. You can get the joy, the peace.
And I just thought of this for the people listening, but so I want to say this to Alex too, because he's in the studio with us. When we were saying your decisions have a big influence on your life, nothing's a coincidence.
I like that.
I like it too. Yeah, me too. What would have happened? Me and Cam met through TikTok. For you guys who don't know, I commented.
And it was just like one comment too, wasn't it?
One comment.
I don't remember what the comment was. Was it on my TikTok or yours?
It was on yours. And I commented.
Do you remember what video? I can go look.
Yeah, go look, because it's the one that says something like, it's like when I throw the combination, like the Conor McGregor sound.
I'm not gonna lie. This might take a while. So you might have to stop the recording or something.
Yeah. Let me try. I can find it for sure. Hold up. Cause do you follow us on the TikTok on story? Oh, I have it on here. Okay, hold up. What the frick? Okay, hold up. Let's see. I believe Cam. I can find Cam on here. So.
I see a video of McGregor. 1 second. Oh, was it the one where it was like, no, you didn't comment on that one. You said it was definitely something with McGregor?
Yeah, it was like...
Cam's most viewed video?
Oh, it was a lot. It's like something thousand. Let me see here, dude. Let me go on my regular account, maybe. Search here.
Ugh.
So Cam's one of the OG followers on my account, you guys. Okay.
I don't see it. I went through a couple McGregor.
It's like the one where it's like when you throw the combination jab, slip, left hand.
Uppercut.
Yeah.
That was on my old account.
Yes, it's on your old account.
Okay, 1 second. It was on my old account then.
I'm
I don't know what it's called though. I'm just gonna look up Kam Hendricks.
Dude, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do too.
Oh, dude, I found it. God, it has like 88,000, which isn't a lot, but 1 second.
I found it as well.
What was your account name?
Hold up.
When you throw the combination jab, slip,
uppercut. Here, I'll find it. What was your...
I think it was like Clive DC. 171 comments. Great.
Also, what's funny is that's like every single video I post on that account, I put a lot of work into, except for that one. It was the only video I was like, this is just fucking stupid, and it got super famous, and I was like, I'm pissed off. Although I got one that has like a couple 100,000. I don't see it.
How many views did this one go?
I mean, my most views like 300,000. That one got 88,000.
Okay. Damn.
So it's like, okay.
Dude, that's so weird. I'm trying to find it. Maybe it was a reply. Are you sure it wasn't through our DMs?
No. Yeah, I don't know, bro. But anyway, he commented on a video of mine. It was something like super simple. He just commented something funny, and I replied to him. And I think we were talking about UFC in the comments, and then he was like, "Yo, like you should add me on Snap or something."
Yeah.
And yeah, and now we're like really, really good friends, you know?
Yeah. And what would have happened if I would have not went on TikTok that day?
Yeah, exactly. Like everything is circumstantial.
Yeah. Oh, maybe it was on my old account that got banned, like my rookie one.
Yeah, because your comment isn't on there, but I remember that. It was that video.
Yeah. But yeah, what would have happened if I would have not been at school that day that you were there?
Yeah, I know.
You know, like so many things impacted.
So many things, yeah. Like one of my best friends, like ever, is a dude named Chase Prado.
Yeah.
And God, it's so I can't even think of how we met in a math class. It was 4th period math class, and he was just a fucking weirdo, and it was funny to me. Like he at one point the teacher left, and he like did a handstand on the desk, and I was like, bro, what in the actual hell is wrong with you? He's like, exactly, and I was like, what does that even mean? And then at one point I was like, yo, how's your day been going? And he was like, yesterday, and I was like, you gotta add me on Snap. And then we became like best friends, and like yesterday. He's one of the funniest fucking people I've met, but he's like one of the only friends that like, no offense to any of my other friends. I mean, I love all my friends, but he,
going yesterday. Greg saying.
Anyway,
He's dying,
he's
dude.
like the only friend that I have family.
It's so funny.
He kind of, I've known him for longer than all my other friends, so I kind of, in a way, like, grew up knowing him, even though it was only 3 or 4 years. Because, like, I built a lot. Like, I've changed so much while being friends with him. And all that's circumstantial, you know? What if I wasn't born in fucking the middle of back-ass nowhere, Roswell, North Carolina?
Oh, Cam, you have no idea how hard I was just laughing.
I do. I heard you having 4 strokes.
15 feet long.
Yo, I gotta go use the bathroom. I'll be right back, alright?
Well, Cam, I think we gotta stop the episode here because we have like a ton of other guests to get on here, bro.
Okay, alright.
No, you're good. Thank you so much for coming on. You'll be nominated like in the guest of the year, obviously, and voting.
Nominated.
Obviously.
Hey, if I don't win, we're gonna have a talk.
No, yeah. Tell the people why you should win. Tell them why you should win.
Why should win? Yesterday, bitch.
Okay, thank you, Cam. Everyone, that was Kam Hendricks. Thank you guys so much. God bless you guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode.
We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Peace.
Peace.